Hello everyone, this is Crota giving you a shoutcast between Sonic and bly4eg here on Guldan's Legacy. Once again, we have Sonic spawning over here at the 7 o'clock position, and we have bly4eg once again spawning over here at what I'll call the 5 o'clock position. Strategy should be pretty much the same, and I'm expecting an Altar of Darkness in just a second, and we're going to be having some Ancient of War creeping coming in from Sonic. So Sonic doing Ancient of War creeping, and wait for that Altar of Darkness. There it is. So bly4eg going the typical ghouls. Game 1, if you guys didn't see it, was a great game. We had bly4eg come across with a very strong ghoul harass, selling his Scroll of Town portal, but still unable to really do any damage to Sonic. Sonic's base build was not the typical base build that was used that Night Elf players use in order to block off their base. Now that I look at this choke point, the choke point seems fairly large. Unless you try to put your Moonwells here, your Ancient of War here, and maybe some additional Moonwells and Altar here, you really have no way of protecting your Wisps that much. So Sonic doing a good job. We have an Acolyte now scouting out clockwise, and we'll quickly find that it is going to be a close spawn on this map. So perhaps we'll have bly4eg try to do the same exact strategy once again. Altar of Darkness and a Tome of Relics coming down a little bit earlier than it needs to. I'm not quite sure why that's the case there, but yeah, Tome of Relics will be completed well in time before the Altar of Dark, or before the Death Knight now hops on now. Wisp now doing some scouting, and we have an Acolyte now trying to head out over to that Ancient of War. We'll see if Sonic will creep a little bit better in this instance. Last instance, Sonic's Ancient of War got the final hit on the level 2, oh my gosh, Murloc, that's what it's called, level 2 Murloc in this fight, or Murgol in this fight, and now we'll see if it's going to play off a little bit better. An Acolyte now taking some damage from a single Archer, and that Archer going to take down that Acolyte most likely needs one more good strong hit, yeah, and able to take it down. The Demon Hunter will have a good amount of experience now coming into this fight, and the Demon Hunter quickly picking up a Circlet of Nobility, going to finish off this creeping in just a second, and should get to level 2 with that additional Acolyte experience. Now we have a Wisp now coming back in around. Death Knight now coming in. Death Knight, is he going to sell his Scroll of Town portal? Sells his Scroll of Town portal, techs to tier 2 with that extra additional gold. Picks up, no Rod of Necromancy yet. Still waiting for that Rod of Necromancy. Now buys a Rod of Necromancy and is now going to move on out using Unholy Aura as the first ability. But is he stuck there? No, he's not stuck there. I was going to say, I don't think that those buildings have a hard edge, so is able to once again move on out. Ghouls trying to take down a low hit point Wisp. Death Knight moving out with some skeletons, and we'll see how this is really going to work out. Is he going to try to creep out these level 1 and level 3s and try to get some additional skeletons, or just continue to move on? And he's going to continue to move on in. Demon Hunter now not at level 2 yet, getting Immolation Aura, so we're not going to have any surrounds, unfortunately, as that's usually what players really want to try to do when you tech Unholy Aura first. Try to get a surround off on those low hit point units. That Immolation Aura just dealing a lot of damage to those units, and 15 damage a second, I think. At level 1, so now more ghouls taking damage. 2 more ghouls going to quickly fall. Things already not looking very good off the bat for bly4eg, losing 2 ghouls. Now those ghouls are now switching back on, trying to take down that Tree of Life, and more ghouls. Oh, nice detonation coming in. So Death Knight, the Demon Hunter should have almost be level 3, halfway to level 3, trying to chase down that low hit point ghoul. No boots of speed, should not be able to chase down that ghoul. Actually, out of the range of that Unholy Aura, should be able to slowly take it down. As the Death Knight is now trying to take down those Archers. Archers are unable to hide right now because we have the Dust of Appearance on bly4eg, and now we have Demon Hunter finally taking down that low hit point ghoul, trying to take down that one Death Knight, getting a detonate off and killing more skeletons. So Demon Hunter should be really pretty close to level 3 now, maybe 1 or 2 more kills. Demon Hunter's trying to come back in, trying to take down that low hit point Archer. Moonwell's being completely drained, and bly4eg once again unsuccessful with that early ghoul rush. Coming in with some good pathing, and now we have a Hunter's Hall now being put down. So we'll see how this is all going to work out. We have the Archers still being produced to the north. We have a single low hit point ghoul to the north as well, and the Death Knight and the Demon Hunter still trying to fight it out just a little bit more. bly4eg, not quite sure if I agree with that Unholy Aura as their first tech, especially since the Demon Hunter can just easily counter with Immolation Aura and prevent the surround. So we have another Crypt being coming down and a Graveyard, so we are going to have ghouls, gargoyles joining in on this fight in just a second. Death Knight low on hit points, needs to fight back this level 2 Demon Hunter. Demon Hunter and getting slowed right now. Let's see if we're going to get a surround on this. That right now getting the surround would be key. Unable to get the surround off. Oh, is he? No, once more unable to get the surround. So Sonic really lucking out there. The immolation, not enough mana for immolation, unfortunately. So let's see if he can bait him back in. Sonic really has to be careful with that slow tower from that Halls of the Dead right now. And right now, make it a surround. Oh, still unable to get a surround off. This is just really, really silly right now. bly4eg just not liking his luck even as this game is going underway. Demon Hunter trying to run away, trying to run back. Perhaps we'll see some Ancient of Lores, Tree of Ages being teched. 6 archers being produced, so the fight back at the main base is going to be pretty intensive as those archers will be able to focus fire down those ghouls with relative ease right now. Let's see what's going to happen here. Death Knight now trying to come in, archers still hiding, and quickly turn around and now trying to focus down those low hit point ghoul. Yeah, just wasn't even a low hit point ghoul until those archers focus fired on it. Archer now trying to move to the back, more skeletons coming in, low hit point ghoul once again goes down. Demon Hunter now at level 3. And the Death Knight trying to go after those archers now. Quick detonation, and once again that Demon Hunter level 3 compared to level 1 on that Death Knight. Mana burn on bly4eg. It was a level 1 mana burn, so we could have level 2 immolation as the ability right now. Demon Hunter trying to now getting another mana burn off, and it was a level 2 mana burn. So level 2 mana burn, level 1 immolation as the army is now once again trying to move back home. Archer is going to try to focus down that low hit point gargoyle. Gargoyle is trying to probably do some harass on those wisps once more, and Death Knight trying to move out as well. Archers should be able to get a couple of free shots in. And now we have an Ancient of Wind coming in, so that Ancient of Wind needs to get taken down, otherwise it's not going to really matter. And we have an Ancient Protector in the back of the base, not quite sure, in the back of the base to try to prevent any gargoyle harass. Ancient of Wind most likely going to be cancelled in just a second. Wisp pops back out. We have another Ancient of Wind to the north. No Ancient of Lores, so very, very good strategy. And Sonic learning from the first game to not try to do any Ancient of Lores and just have those hippogriffs in order to counteract and not be stuck on low wisp right now. Do we have additional gargoyles being produced? Don't know. Yes, we have no fiends now being produced. So fiends now being produced, and now a slaughterhouse. So bly4eg quickly changing up his strategy. Now Ancient Protector trying to fight back against that low hit point gargoyle, down to 3 hit points on that gargoyle. At the same time, we have the Death Knight trying to run away from that Demon Hunter, taking a bad path, gets an additional hit for that bad pathing, and now trying to run around that corner. Demon Hunter and Death Knight. Demon Hunter does not have boots of speed, I don't think. So the Death Knight with that Unholy Aura will be able to outrun that Demon Hunter. Wow, okay, a little bit of transition in the game right now, not much really happening. We'll see if the Demon Hunter decides to pick up a Pandarian Brewmaster like the last game, or perhaps try to go for a Naga Sea Witch. Ancient of Winds nearing completion, Ancient of Wonders, single Hippogriff now going to be coming out in just a second. A lot of archers as well, so very, very interesting strategy so far. Let's see how it's really going to play out. Death Knight still running around the map, not really able to do very much. Demon Hunter just trying to push back, and now that Hippogriff was able to focus down, I think, one of those gargoyles really, really quickly. Now chasing after a secondary gargoyle. Gargoyle trying to fly for its life. Flying away, and that Hippogriff just starts to, no, not returning, still doing some chasing right now. So Hippogriff trying to chase down that gargoyle, and that Hippogriff just flapping its wing, trying to chase right now. Archers trying to do some creeping as well with an Ancient of War. Perhaps get to level 4 on that Demon Hunter. We shouldn't get to level 4. The Demon Hunter is pretty far away from level 4 at this point in the game. I don't know if we are taking the Tree of Eternity yet. Almost at Tree of Eternity already, so we're going to have an Orb of Venom relatively soon. Down goes an Ancient of War, and that was needlessly fallen. No real reason to have that fall down. Giant Sea Turtle, level 4. Demon Hunter should take that down without any issues, and it's just normal armor creeps left behind. Now we have a Snarecaster coming in, and we have a Lich joining this army. So the Lich, ooh, nice Frost Nova taking on a single low hit point archer right off the bat. Death Knight has the Orb of Corruption. Not going to be sure if he's going to transfer it to that Lich. The Lich has that range attack. Ooh, nice Staff of Preservation in order to save a low hit point archer. And now Death Knight trying to continue to play this out. We have an Orb of Corruption on that on the Death Knight, as I said earlier, and now bly4eg sticking to a pretty normal strategy now, as opposed to Gargoyles, as in the last game, forced Sonic to go double Ancient of Winds. So we'll see how that's going to really work. Now teching to Druids of the Talon instead. So Sonic, even though it looked like he was going to be wasting those Druids of the Ancient of Winds, teching Druids of the Talon instead, and we'll see if those Druids of the Talon are going to be enough. Stay tuned for part 2 of this 3-part replay between bly4eg and Sonic here on Guldan's Legacy.